2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Doncic out there with Harden. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Davis in at the 5 down low.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And Doncic gets it to go. Greg, you talk about a player who took the league by storm. Luka Doncic was an immediate NBA success.
And not a surprise to see him here at the All-Star Weekend. His style of play is easy to watch, and the fans love it. Has quickly become one of the darlings of the league.
And, you know, some might say the mid-range J is a dying shot because of analytics, but Walker doing his best to keep the mid-range shot alive.
Rebound, Kemba Walker.
And, guys, I tell you what, they are getting after it on both ends here tonight. This game isn't all about offense this year.
Yeah, it's really been a competitive contest. It's not just a show. These teams are getting after it.
The East All-Stars shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one. Free throw good. Giannis. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, the 15th pick back in 2013.
Not even a lottery pick. Not many saw this coming. He's grown in size and skill. Now a chance to be the best in the world. He's every bit an all-star.
Ball's checked in for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, Antetokounmpo has really learned how to get himself to the foul line. It's one of the easiest ways to score the ball. He gets to the stripe at a higher clip with each passing year.
Davis finds Paul. Back to Davis. A shot missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Back to Young. 5 on the clock. Shoots from 12. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
And that's exactly why Antetokounmpo is so loved. I mean, his ability to make the right call, the right decision in pick and roll sets, that's why he's involved in those sets as much as he is.
Now here's James, and here's Harden for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
The kick out to Walker. Here's the 3. He makes that one drop, only a second in 5 tries.
Yeah, you know, the form, the balance, the release, the touch, the arc. Walker adept at shooting the 3-ball.
Come get it, come get it.
Harden against Walker. Will it go? And Harden with the lay-in.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star Week.
Here's Young. James Harden picking up that last basket. Good D by LeBron. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And a wide open look for Walker. Second chance shot. And Antetokounmpo lays it up and in. Giannis has got his second basket of the night.
Hey, I've always said rebounding is timing and tenacity, but if you got long arms, that helps too, and the Greek Freak has plenty of reach.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
New players in now for the East. Now here's Westbrook. Gobert pulls it in. An even 3-on-3 break. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Dwayne Casey gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now he really enjoys the camaraderie this weekend brings. Everybody gets a break in the season. They can breathe a little bit, enjoy the events, enjoy the game. And he said it couldn't come at a more perfect time for his team. They've been grinding all season. So this is the best of both worlds. Guys?
Thank you, David. Lets it go from the wing. And Westbrook gets it to go.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
That is all-star basketball at its best. The alley-oop run to perfection.
Westbrook kicks to Tatum. Fires the three. And it's the East with the rebound. Knocked away. Westbrook with the steal. Booker with it. Now defended by Mitchell. A nice shot by Booker.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Westbrook against Lowry. Adebayo passes to Middleton. Mitchell against Booker. They get it back. Gobert. Good D by Booker. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. 6-point lead. And it's Mitchell missing. And it's the West All-Stars ball. Jokic passes to Tatum. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
And here is Mitchell. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that does it for the first quarter. East All-Stars lead by 4. And we'll be back with you right after this. Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Gobert is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. That one off the back iron and out. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
And Simmons slams it in.
Boy, you cannot neglect putting a body on Simmons. I mean, with his height and athleticism, this dude is a problem on the glass.
And the basket by Lowry. Lowry's got the game tied up here for the East All-Stars.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position. And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Here's Simmons, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Westbrook passes to Tatum. Over Adebayo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for a shot.
A big group substitution here for the East. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Gobert. Antetokounmpo comes in for Bam Adebayo. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Trae Young subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
What about those dribble moves from Ingram? I mean, really good at carving his way through whatever the defense throws his way.
Davis with the bucket. And Anthony Davis, the #1 pick in 2012, and he's right at home in the All-Star game setting.
And he dropped 52 points in that 2017 game. Naturally, he brought home that MVP award. Not a lot of defense played that night, but again, he did get 50-plus in a regular season game as well.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Now the pass to Ingram. Back to Young. Tatum against Antetokounmpo. Young with no one around. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Hey, and, you know, really Antetokounmpo could look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the East All-Stars?
They've been making some really nice passes out there, excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Walker's checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also changing it up. James comes in for Tatum, and it's Leonard in for Simmons.
You got to keep this guy away from the basket. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the East All-Stars. Over Harden. The putback. Giannis on the follow. Giannis has got 8. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And here's Harden for 3. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
Here's Harden at the elbow. It's James. Davis finds James. Back to Davis. Hangs. He lays it in.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Ingram left side. And there it is for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's James. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
You cannot give James these types of opportunities. That guy is relentless.
And Young kicks to Walker. Here's Giannis. Here's Embiid. No good on that one. Great D that time from Leonard. Right side Davis. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Antetokounmpo passes to Embiid. Outside, Walker. From outside, off the mark.
You know, after making 1 3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
And James throws it down.
Superb timing by LeBron on that alley-oop.
40 seconds left in the second quarter. Young passes to Ingram. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Walker against Harden. And Walker kicks to Embiid. Sinks the triple. Embiid's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Boy, such a fluid shooting motion from Embiid. I mean, most times you just assume that his jumper is dropping.
And really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Young outside over Paul. Young's shot is off. It doesn't go for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the West All-Stars up 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome to halftime of the All-Star Game. You're watching some incredible talent. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. An amazing first half of basketball. And it looks like we've got a game on our hands that will cap off this great weekend in style. The East and West both giving the fans everything they could have hoped for. This is shaping up to be an all-star classic.
Obviously, this has been a back-and-forth type of thing, but now you're going to start to see the competitiveness come out in these guys. That's right, and they have to say it real nice and smooth. Competitiveness. A little more defense, not a lot more, but certainly a lot more intensity. And at the end of the day, every guy on that court out there is built to win.
This particular All-Star game has some real energy. Guys aren't just going out there and going through the motions. They're actually digging in and trying to win. This is different. I can't wait for the second half.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star Game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final two quarters.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of GameDay for the second half of basketball. On the court for the West All-Stars, they've got LeBron James. Luka Doncic out there with Harden. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Antetokounmpo finds Siakam, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists tonight. And here's the West with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Doncic passes to Davis. Now Harden, defended by Young. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Embiid.
And you got to know Harden's looking to get to the line. I mean, one of the best in the game at going right into the defender and drawing fouls.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Doncic. James Harden, one of the most feared scorers in league history. He gets buckets every way you can imagine.
And the beard, known for his fearlessness, attacking, contact, and working himself to the line. I like the restraint he's shown in the All-Star game, relying more on his long-range accuracy to fill up the scoring column. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Embiid. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Young. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Westbrook. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the West All-Stars. They lead by 4. Kicks it out to Leonard. With his first shot attempt, and the bank shot is good.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now, here is Young. Kicks it out to Giannis. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. A big group substitution here for the East. Adebayo is checked in for Joel Embiid. Chris Middleton comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Butler, he's checked in for Walker. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Young. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Jokic, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Sabonis comes in for LeBron. Simmons checked in for Leonard. And it's Booker in for James Harden. Siakam misses.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
Westbrook against Lowry. Westbrook kicks to Simmons. Inside and stolen by Siakam. Butler attacking Adebayo, and he banks in the layup.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
The West All-Stars with the ball. 4-point game. Westbrook passes to Sabonis, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And stolen by Booker, and here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. And once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
He's with the ball, trailing here by 8. Siakam outside. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Here's Booker. Again, the West All-Stars.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Now, here's Siakam. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And he can't get the first one. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And Nikola Jokic, the 41st pick overall back in 2014. Not many expected him to be an all-star.
You don't slip that far without most every team in the league kind of missing the boat. His game, though, is so unique. Not many who can dominate with their playmaking from the center position.
Now, here's Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. It's good. Mitchell's got his second basket of the game.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
And Lowry gets it to go.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
And Simmons kicks to Sabonis. Booker in the corner. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Paul outside. This one for 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Paul against Middleton. To the middle. And Adebayo throws it down.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Paul against Lowry. The shot's good from Paul.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Beyond the arc. Doesn't go for him. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now here's Paul. He has 7. Shoots from 12. Again, the West All-Stars.
Tell you what, that mid-range game from Chris Paul, he's really an assassin from there. You can see less and less of that shot in this day and age, but CP has got the green light to shoot it.
Here's Mitchell. Out to the wing. Lowry for 3. That shot no good.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. West All-Stars lead by 11. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
Ingram is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Gobert in at the center filling out the middle. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut to just 7 on the basket for Mitchell.
Just what they like to see from Walker. Awareness of the entire court and taking advantage of the best option.
The 3 from Harden doesn't get it to drop for him. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Ingram passes to Walker. No good on the triple.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Now here's Walker. He kicks it to Gobert. Over Davis. Here's Giannis. Good D by James.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Walker the pass to Mitchell. Giannis inside. James covering. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 9. They're back within single digits after that one from Antetokounmpo. James, here's Davis, and then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, and the number of slams here we're seeing tonight off the chart.
Somebody forgot to tell these guys the dunk contest is on a different night.
And the East All-Stars call time here. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
And some changes here for the East. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Pascal Siakam comes in for Ingram. Young is subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the West. Westbrook comes in for Paul. Now here's Walker. Looking to get it going. Good D by Harden.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Harden against Walker. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the West All-Stars.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo, and it's the West All-Stars ball. LeBron up top, covered by Giannis. Harden against Antetokounmpo for three. Westbrook, and he's good on the three ball. Westbrook's got the lead up to 14 now for the West All-Stars. Stolen by Westbrook. James, the pass to Davis, and Davis throws it down.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Walker surveying the floor. And the rejection by Harden. Westbrook passes to James. And James throws it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Walker's shot is off.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And so Giannis will bring it up for the East All-Stars. It's an 18-point game. Young inside. He's covered by Westbrook. Shot's good by Walker.
Boy, the heart of Walker, that competitive spirit, he's never afraid to go inside, and he's got a lot of different ways he can score in there.
And Russell Westbrook in 2016 becoming the first back-to-back All-Star MVP since Bob Pettit back in 1959.
And his will to dominate doesn't take a break, even in this exhibition setting. If anything, he takes extra motivation to show who's king of the hill.
The first free throw is good.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Down low. Here's Siakam. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his fourth assist in this one. LeBron with it. Now defended by Embiid. Davis, the pass to LeBron. Harden outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And the tradition and honor of just being invited to play here, let alone receiving honors of All-Star Game MVP. Just tremendous. In fact, one could argue we had a couple great candidates here, but he deserved it. And here is Mitchell. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Doncic feeling it out. Here's Westbrook. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Now, here is Young. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Shoots over Leonard. Misses off the right iron. James with it. 29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Mitchell outside. And Young, here we go. Doncic with the steal. Left side, Westbrook. Over Mitchell. Again, the West All-Stars.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.